Donna Hook was hired at the Kansas Department of Corrections in 1984, she thought it was for a clerical job.
I actually thought I was going to be typing something, like names into some sort of spreadsheet or something, whatever it was they had back in the 80s. And all of a sudden I see all these people chained up, because it was actually the Men's State Reception Diagnostic Center that I walked into, which is now our medium unit.
In a male-dominated industry, Hook was initially relegated to working the towers, but a shift in labor laws changed everything almost overnight, as she broke the barrier, becoming the first female uniformed officer working inside a Kansas men's prison. And she was quick to establish professional boundaries.
The guys are all running around in their underwear, and it was very unnerving for somebody who was 23 years old. And I learned to look them right in the eyes. I'd look them right in the eyes, and when you count, I go 1, 2, 3, and I don't know what they were doing. I don't know all the smirks and all the smiles, but I'd 1, 2, I'd make them very aware of what I was doing, and I just kept going. And it was the old type cells, with the bars, and it was actually kind of funny when you look back. I started thinking about it because, with the guys then, they weren't used to having women in, and somebody would yell female on the floor, and all the guys would jump up, and some of them would try to put their pants on, and they're trying to look out to see who's there. But it was just people, and once you realize it's just people, you really don't have that big a trouble with it. At least I didn't.
And that attitude helped Donna build resilience to overcome chauvinism, the challenges of pat-down searches, and shower duties.
So what I would do is just unlock the inside tank and then go out to the outside, and then tell them they could go out. So if they went ahead of that, I was on them. But once again, I just always looked up, so I don't know what they were saying. And I know a few times people were playing around with stuff when I came in, and I must thought I gave them the reaction they wanted, since I was looking at their face, and they went back into their cells, and we didn't have any trouble. But didn't have too many issues with it. Oddly, it seemed like as long as you're respectful to them, I still think that's the biggest thing today. As long as you're respectful to people and just treat them like the people they are, you don't have a whole lot of issue with it.
In fact, for the past 40+ years of giving respect, Donna has in return earned respect from staff and residents alike at the Topeka Correctional Facility. Quite the reward when in college, she aspired of being either a phys ed teacher or a police officer.
Of course, life has a funny way of doing things, because now I'm here and I'm kind of in between. But I do think it's a helping field. Once you get in it, it really affects you. You feel like you're helping people, and you feel like you're making a difference in people's lives. So I think that's always been something that inspired me. Good job. That's nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Hook, along with Gloria Geither, former TCF warden and current Deputy Secretary of Facility Management, have been steady influences to turn the culture at TCF to one of support and empowerment, opening doors for events like a live concert on the Yard with Grammy Award-winning singer Melissa Etheridge. Today, Geither and Hook are two of 4 women overseeing 9 of the state's correctional facilities, the highest number in Kansas history. Secretary of Corrections Jeff Zmuda is a strong advocate for women in corrections. After all,
I was recruited to corrections by a woman in corrections, so let me start there. My mother was a correctional officer, and she encouraged me to come and work in corrections, and I did that, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. And she influenced me in that early on. She gave me really good advice about how to work with the population, how to conduct myself in the corrections environment, and it was just great advice. When I got into corrections, as I moved along through my career, I had some great mentors and leaders that were women in the agency I worked for. They were great communicators, they were very thoughtful, they were decisive, they were staff oriented, and they were just great models, role models. I learned a bunch from them. My working with those folks had changed who I was, not only professionally, but personally. Just changed my way of thinking about people, and this is a people business, and you have to understand people, and it changed my thoughts about how to interact with people, how to influence people, and how to help people either perform their jobs, or our population, how to help them get back on their feet. So it not only changed me professionally, but it changed me personally.
At the executive level of KDOC, of the 7 top leadership positions in central office, 5 are held by women.
They're not women intentionally. They were the best candidates for the positions. They have the right aptitude. They have the right commitment to what we're doing. They're good communicators, and they just stood out in the selection process. But having them on the team certainly influences the organization. You know, about 36% of our workforce are women, and having them well represented on the leadership team, I think, is important. We've probably not always been at 36%, but corrections is evolving more and more. We see more and more women coming into our workforce, which I welcome. I think women bring a lot of attributes that maybe us men could learn from. And so having that configuration on the core leadership team certainly brings a woman's perspective, and maybe a more humanistic perspective than we might otherwise get. And then they're smart, hardworking, committed to it, and just do a fantastic job. We're lucky to have them.
Thank you much.
Lucky to also have women like Candace Bird, superintendent at the Kansas Juvenile Correctional Complex, or KJ as it's commonly referred to. Bird became superintendent at KJ in 2023. She was promoted for her wisdom and discretion in making sound decisions. Hazel Peterson works in her corner office at Norton Correctional Facility as the warden, a title she's had since 2019. But her first job in 1992 was working in the kitchen, and it didn't take long for her to realize she wanted to move up.
Once I got out here, I seen what the unit team do, and that kind of became my goal. I saw that I had an opportunity where I could make a difference in people's lives.
Hazel is open to positive ideas, like agreeing to this collaborative effort of designing and painting a mural in the prison's chow hall. Partnering with the local Arts Council and Health Foundation, residents stood side by side with community volunteers to help enhance the environment and serve as a powerful tool for rehabilitation and mental health. And last year, when it became clear that the prison's 2-acre garden was the largest producer of fresh produce in the region, Hazel helped spearhead a statewide initiative to turn prison gardens into regional food hubs where they could sell fresh produce at a lower cost. But Hazel is quick to tell you that her proudest accomplishment isn't about processes or programs. It's about people, one person at a time.
I was doing an audit in Winfield, and I went into their pre-release class, and there was this resident that had been here for years, off and on, and he got out, and one day he violated for using drugs, and I had sat into the class for a while, and then I left, and he got up and walked out, and I'm like, "You're gonna get in trouble." And he said, I changed his life, that he had found guidance in the spiritual, and that I made a difference because every day I cared. Because every day I asked him if he was clean. And so it just makes you feel good. And it wasn't, he didn't approach me wanting something, he just wanted to say thank you.
Wichita Parole Supervisor Ellen Garcia has seen over the past several decades the shift from a male-dominated industry where parole officers were quick to call 3 strikes on people under their supervision, to one where there is more coaching and telling people how to avoid strikes, which is part of the reason why we see more women in parole than men.
The way it is today, you definitely need the communication skills, for sure. I think males can be just as strong in that arena as females do, but I know stereotypically females can often have that characteristic, so that could be part of it. We definitely have a higher proportion of females today compared to years past, though, for sure.
One of those women is Pittsburgh parole officer Nahi Fontanez. who has been on the job for a year after majoring in psychology with a minor in criminal justice at Missouri Southern State University.
I kind of learned a little bit about like corrections and what a parole officer does, and I was like, this is actually kind of up my alley, and my goal is to change lives, get people second chances, and I believe that I could be the person to change someone, even if it's just a little bit a day. My goal is to plant a seed in everyone, and I believe that parole was like that perfect fit for me to change those lives in everyone.
Another young woman who's been on the job for a year is Kate Valdez, Corrections Officer 1 in Lansing Correctional Facility.
I was studying criminal justice, so I've seen it from the book perspective, and then I came in here and it's completely different. It's a thing you have to be, I get an experience from and stuff like that, and it's really not as bad as I thought it would be, to be honest. So I plan to promote and work my way up, so I'm excited about it.
Major Dan East of Lansing Correctional Facility has been with KDOC for 25 years, and he sees where some women use communication and empathy to de-escalate situations.
Gentlemen, you got 6 minutes!
Reducing the need for force.
A lot of these residents have great admiration for their mothers, for their sisters, their female family members, grandma, aunties, and so in this environment, they give women a lot of respect that they might not give a new officer, a new male officer right off the bat. And so sometimes their mentorship and their leadership is the inmates take it better coming from a female as well.
Many of my peers throughout the nation are women doing a fantastic job, and there's in the succession planning and leadership positions, management positions, not only in our organization but in those organizations, you're seeing more and more women stepping into those roles. Again, not because they're women, but because they're the best candidate. And I think as people outside the organization see that, they see, look, as more women see that, there might be an opportunity there for me, and I think we'll see more and more women coming to the organization, and I don't think that'll be anything but a good thing.
From the female pioneers who broke barriers to staff who provide safety and parole supervision, we celebrate and acknowledge the dedication of all women in corrections, both professionally and as individuals. For the Kansas Department of Corrections, I'm Lauren Bass.